Remember what I told you earlier today? I was mostly looking and waiting for the weekly candle close to let me know if I knew the close would be good or not. We did have a weekly candle close for XRP. This week's light close wasn't the best. About $2.35 was how much it was. It's not too bad, it's not good. Not sure what to think right now. Taking a look at the daily view now, so we did have a huge group of people down here to help. In this case, it starts on the 4th of the month and goes through about the 8th of the month. Now, I really want this whole support zone to stay in place. This costs about $2.19. For now, we should hold this if we want this to be the bottom for XRP. Also, when we look at the daily picture, the most important thing is that the daily candle close above $2.64. Again, that was a great response to those lows. I'd like XRP to do a little more. I'm mostly looking for us to close above these earlier highs this week. This would mean that we've broken through the support zone that we had been holding since July and is now around $2.74. We start to build a floor around those lows. Once we get a nice daily candle close over them, we could start to look at some of the other high points from as far back as July. Once more, this is a pretty good response. Not too crazy. On this picture, we don't have any strong evidence yet that XRP has turned bullish. But this is a great beginning. I'm going to talk about the tidal wave that is coming to XRP in this video. All of this is based on flows between institutions. It's already known that 2025 is the year when big companies rushed into this market. Everyone wants a piece of the crypto space, whether it's through ETFs, stablecoin offerings, or even tokenization offers. What old coins are they looking into for projects? That's the most important piece of the puzzle. But I think that ETF applications are a very strong sign and a clear confirmation of the projects they are really going after. As for XRP, there have already been a lot of promises about how the XRP ledger will be used for tokenization, payments, and even stablecoin projects. But ETFs are also very strong around XRP, which is what this movie is about. But before I start this movie, I want to talk about some things going on with the XRP ledger. It has come to my mind in the last few days that more and more users are having their money frozen on exchanges like Mexi. People in the crypto space have a lot of trouble with this. Not all of the rules about these transfers are in place yet. Things are very bad. Because of this, I've always said that cold storage could be a good way to keep your crypto safe. It does not matter where you hold it. On these trades, you should never hold it. I Trust Capital does offer a premium custody account that gives you institutional grade custody to a US-based company with real customer service and support. This site has a closed loop system that is very safe and has low fees. You can buy and sell crypto 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We can also see that I Trust Capital does give you everything you could need when you use their tool to buy, sell, or hold crypto. You can use my link in the text below to sign up for a premium custody account right now if you want to. $100 is added to your deposit when you make a deposit of $1,000. Now that we've said that, let's watch the movie again. We got a report on the 6th from Cointelegraph, which says that the XRP ledger has seen 21,595 new wallets in just 2 days. The network has grown the most in 8 months, and this is in line with the feeling these are the new XRP wallets. In fact, this is higher than where we were in July. This suggests that something big may be going on behind the scenes. A lot of these jumps show that either one of the projects that use the XRP ledger is starting to gain more users. More people are using the XRP system for DEFI projects or just dApps, whatever the case may be. It looks like a lot of people are interested on the network side, which is great. This is just one of many recent news about XRP's growth that I've been seeing a lot of, but this is a very important one to pay attention to right now. Plus, Ripple swell was a really big deal. This has been on our minds for a few days now, and I read a great post from VETX0 that included Stephen McClurg from Canary Capital. This is what we have now. I like the ETF session at Ripple swell. The XRP record is a good way to think about XRP. In terms of money, it's like a rival to Wall Street. Look at this. The best way to understand XRP is to look at the XRP database. To that I say, rails for money. Just think of it as a race against the banking system and Wall Street. The ecosystem and lines are what will help the world make payments. By the way, one of the reasons I got into crypto is that I used to handle bonds for emerging markets a long time ago. The amount of money that goes back to certain countries is something else I noticed when I traded bonds and looked at independent countries. Some countries are very big. People go abroad to work hard and send money back to their families, but they have to pay extra fees that add up to 8 to 15% of their earning. The best way to understand XRP is to look at the XRP database. This is also 100% right? When we think about a lot of these networks in this space, they're turning into very important lines that could completely take major power away from people like Wall Street. This has always been the main point. We've talked about this for a very long time. This is the main reason why the Internet of Value has always been a big deal on this channel and even around the XRP system. Once more, we know that the old way of handling money is not working. It needs to be fixed. The best way to fix it is with crypto. XRP has also been getting a lot of attention from Stephen McClurg over the last few months, or at least the last year, right? That's also because they have an XRP ETF file that they need to see approved. Today at RippleSwell, Canary Capital CEO Stephen McClurg said that the XRP ETF is ready to go live next week. This news comes from Coin Bureau. This week, that's the right. Is that going to happen now? Since the government is shut down and things are going on at the SEC, I don't think it's possible to say for sure what will happen. It's possible that something big will happen this week, especially since the XRP system has seen a big jump. Because once more, the last time there was a big jump like this, we were trying to reach that high point from July when we did reach almost $3.67. Again, this is a pretty interesting note. Also, remember what Stephen McClurg said on Paul Barron Network's YouTube channel. The CEO of Canary Capital says the XRP ETF can make $5 billion in the first month and do better than Ethereum in terms of financial services alone. This is a very important comment from someone who files an ETF for XRP because it shows how optimistic they are about the coin's future and what they think about its growth in general. Check this out. In this case, the chances of the Ripple ETF or XRP ETF being approved right now on Polymarket are around 86%. So this is going to happen, but it looks like it was one of its best points. How likely is it that this will happen right now? It seems likely that XRP will come out this year. It was either Eric or James from Bloomberg who said, well, if Coinbase has futures, you'll probably get an ETF in 2025. At that time, your claim was $5 billion in the first month. Do you still believe that? Do you believe that's possible? I really am. Perhaps the second most well-known cryptocurrency in Wall Street and the financial world is XRP. After that, ETH is probably in third place. Now that you think about it that way, I do think that XRP might do better than ETH just in terms of financial services. He says pure financial services, but it's not clear what he means. To be clear, is it just demand? Yes, of course. However, I believe he is also letting us know how much better the XRP ledger is than Ethereum, which is something we've always talked about on this show. Also, when it comes to other networks like Hedera, for example. But once more, $5 billion in the first month is a huge vote of trust from the CEO of Canary Capital. I'm looking forward to the launch of the first big spot-based XRP ETF in the US from a well-known company, as I believe it has the potential to break records in this area.